The gas station at the edge of town was a haven for wandering souls of the night. This solitary outpost, bathed in an eerie glow, stood against the pressing darkness, a beacon to those lost in the late hours. On one peculiar night, as the hands of the clock brushed the witching hour, a lone figure emerged from the obsidian void. His steps echoed in rhythm with the hum of the gas pumps, his presence slicing through the silence. This was Lucas, a character as enigmatic as the shadows that played across his face. Lucas was unlike the usual patrons who sought solace under the dimly lit awning of the station. His suit whispered tales of affluence, and his polished demeanour was a stark contrast to the weary travellers who usually found their way here. He approached with an air of urgency, his voice soft yet compelling. "Excuse me," he said. "Is there anyone here who could assist me? My car's acting up and I could really use a hand." His request was simple, almost too much so, but there was something about his gentle tone that made it hard to refuse. As we made our way to the rear of the station, the air thickened with an unspoken tension. The flickering lights cast long, eerie shadows, painting a picture of suspense that clung to every corner. The world seemed to hold its breath as we reached Lucas's car, parked away in the dimly lit corner. As Lucas popped the hood, I leaned in to diagnose the issue. But before I could comprehend what was happening, a sudden strike sent me reeling. Pain seared through my senses, the world spun, and everything faded into a whirlwind of confusion. When I came to, I found myself lying on the cold, unforgiving ground, the metallic taste of blood staining the air. Lucas, the enigmatic stranger, loomed over me, his eyes devoid of empathy. "You're too curious for your own good," he murmured, his voice holding no remorse. His intentions were clear, robbery, but what struck me more was the methodical way he carried out his actions, as if this were routine, second nature. As I struggled to comprehend what was happening, I caught sight of another figure emerging from the darkness. An accomplice, ready to spirit the car away, erase any trace of their presence. An icy chill ran down my spine as the puzzle pieces fell into place. The gas station wasn't simply a beacon for the lost and weary, it was a hunting ground, a stage set for a nefarious plot. Lucas, with his polished demeanour and his accomplice, lured unsuspecting souls into their trap with a facade of helplessness. The realization struck me like a bolt of lightning, leaving me breathless. I was not the first victim, and unless I could muster the strength to alert the authorities, I wouldn't be the last. I fought the encroaching darkness, the desire to succumb to unconsciousness. I had to stay awake, to remember, to warn others. But darkness enveloped me, swallowing my consciousness as I slipped into oblivion. What seemed like hours were only seconds. When I awoke again, my memory was gone. I could not even remember my name. The cold pavement beneath me was my only grounding reality. I stumbled back towards the gas station, my mind a haze of fragmented memories. The flashing lights of a police cruiser cut through the darkness as they arrived. They explained I was the third victim of a gas station robbery that night. The mysterious, well-dressed stranger, Lucas, had struck again. A chill ran down my spine as I realized the extent of his operation. This wasn't just a random act of violence, it was a calculated, methodical plan. The most chilling discovery, however, was found at the till. The day's earnings were gone, replaced by a simple note. The words were a haunting reminder of the encounter, a cruel mockery of the ordeal. It read, "Thanks, no harm was meant." The gas station at the edge of town, once a haven, had become a stage for a dark and clandestine operation.